Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am your host, Siren Frost. Welcome back. And for the last two-part deck profile video we'll be doing is a deck that I would not ever expect me to play because of how outrageously expensive it is. And more importantly, it is the official meta deck in not only in Europe, Japan, but now here. I would never have played this deck, but since it's part of the ride line, I gotta do it. Sorry guys, I got to. If I want to sell it, I'll probably sell it, or maybe I sell the scraps. I don't know, but personally, this deck, I want to review it because I do like the artworks, fair, but I just don't like how expensive it is just for this deck alone, especially for the high rarity cost. Y'all are fucking crazy when it came to this deck. So, if you're all thinking, like, what the deck are you talking about then? Okay, how about this one? We are doing Youthberk Skyfall Arms RevolDress. Yes, I gave in. I wanted to... My curiosity got the best of me. And so we're going to be doing it. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're going to be doing it. So now, this is my review, and this is my thoughts on it. Basically, this deck is owned by Raika Koshiba in the Vanguard crossover dress, or Vanguard will dress, season 3, I believe. Yes. And this deck has gotten so many good things. Not gonna lie, no tea, no shade, but the owner is a fucking self-entitled asshole who believes that counterfighters, which is a new term now apparently, for some of us who have not been in the regionals or tournament scene for God knows how long, but there's also front fighters who are professional fighters. Turns out he's a front fighter who's a professional fighter. Okay? But his ideology... Oh yeah, he's from the team Tirnanog, which... Shocking. Because I just got to listen to Tirnanog by the Celtic Women. If you guys don't know who they are, go look them up. They are beautiful women, and I love their songs. But yeah, Team Tirnanog. Now, in some ways, I guess he kind of grew up. I don't know what happened to him. His past is a mystery. All we know is that he's a big, huge fan of Michiru Hasama. Okay, fair. But in his idea, he thinks that he's better than everybody because he needs to win all the time. And this reminds me of the competitive scene we have now, whether it's in Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Digimon, or Cardfight Vanguard. Everywhere you go is apparently a group of people who just rely on their techniques, their flexing monies, or their high skills, what you want to call it. In fact, I can give you one example before I start doing this video fully. There is one guy who's from Provo, Utah. I guess he's from there. And as I was entering the shop tournament, he keeps saying that he only fights card fighters who are professional card fighters, when half the people in there are not. And that kind of made me itch a little bit because, while I can accept the fact that he's okay as a good card fighter, I do not appreciate the idea of someone belittling someone because they're not a professional fighter. Much like in this anime, there are counter fighters, there are front fighters. That's okay. But a fighter is a fighter no matter where you go. There. With that being said, I'm just going to shut my damn mouth and get on with the deck profile. So, the main mechanic in this deck here is RevolDress for Skyfall Arms. At the end of the battle, well, I'll get that in a minute. But for the ride line, we'll be doing Youth following in footsteps Youth. So, I am planning on getting all the high rarity cards, like the hollow rares of this guy. But it's $25 for each one on TCG. That is so expensive. But it is what it is. You know, you gotta do what you can. For grade 1, we're doing Determined to Break Away Youth. What this card does is a continuous Vanguard rearguard ability. During the battle this unit attacks, this unit gets 2,000 power. Okay, that's basic. When this unit is rode upon by Knight of Ardent Light Youth, Soul Blast 1. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose the one card with Youberk in its card name from among them and reveal it and put it into your hand. Or choose up to one grade 2 or less unit card, I don't know why they put unit in there, from among them and call to rear guard. and put the rest in the bottom of your deck in any order. Okay, so much like any Royal Paladin, Shadow Paladin, Gold Paladin, you know, any deck like Superior Calls, this hits home with me personally, because it kind of looks like that Youth is actually from the Royal Paladin Nation. So, there's a lot of mysteries right there. Speaking of the Grade 2, we have the Grade 2 Knight of Ardent Light Youth. When this unit is ruled upon by a unit with RevolDress ability, Counterblast 1. Choose a Grade 2 or greater card from your drop zone and put it into your hand. Bonus. When this unit is boosted, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets 5,000 power into the end of battle. Okay, I did not know that last part until now, so I've been skipping that effect a little bit more than I shouldn't have. My bad. Finally, for Grade 3, we are playing Youthberk Skyfall Arms for our Grade 3 Vanguard. And yes, I could have done this video in a more trial deck manner, but unfortunately, since we didn't get the trial decks here, I couldn't do the full video for you guys, which pissed me the fuck off, but it is what it is, you know, like, it's just that thing. But basically, what RevolDress does, or his skill is, at the end of the battle of this unit attack, choose up to one card with RevolForm in its card name from your hand, write it as stand, and it gets drive -2 at the end of the turn. But there are cards in there that will change that outcome. But its active skill is the one turn. Discard a card from your hand. Okay, even better. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Choose up to one card with RevolForm in its card name from among them, and reveal it and put it into your hand. Or choose up to one Grade 2 or less card from among them, and call it to rear guard, and put the rest of on your deck in any order. Okay? Awesome sauce. So yes, that is the confirmed ride line for Youth himself. I did play this deck a little bit at work, you know, testing out the waters a bit, and I gotta say, I don't mind it. And I did play some Knight cards, like Jewel Knights with my main deck of Royal Paladin, but this is not completely bad. It's just this guy here alone used to be up to $40 each, and the thing is, my shop manager are still holding the extra copies that I have now, so I have to pay him as fast as I can. But that's a secret right there, almost. Not a secret anymore. So yeah, that is the ride line, and I'm using the blue sleeves for it, but it's actually the gray and blue underneath this one. So it's just depending on the color coordinates I prefer to like. Okay, now the ride deck's out of the way, time for the main. Now, I am, of course, playing the same trigger lineup from my Nirvana, although there might be some cards I might be willing to change, but I'll leave you guys decide on this one soon. So, I'm playing for heals, Palpitation, Angel. Now, I would have gone with the trial deck Angel because that's the card that Raika used in the anime, but I only had 2 copies, and my friend couldn't find the other 2, which sucked because I liked how cute the card was, but this one will do just fine. So, just 4 heals on her, 8 criticals. So, now I have Dairy Knight Sauel, which, of course, this is a Knight deck. Why not? But I would have preferred to have the Dragon from the trial deck, but I'm missing 1 copy of that too. So, you're kind of thinking, like, what? Why are you missing so many cards? I just am. No, I'm not going to question anymore. But I am. Next, of course, we're playing 4 copies of Blade for the Dragon for the extra boost, more in the soul kind of thing. Because this deck apparently does require a lot of soul for the soul blast ability, sometimes with more counter blasts. But, you know, it's the price we all need to pay. Next, I'm playing 3 front triggers and 1 Light Dragon Deity of Honors, Amartinoa. So, that is the confirmed ride line right there. It's just... But, remember I told you, people may not like fronts, but I prefer fronts. If I have anything, I will take the fronts out temporarily to try out draw triggers to see how the deck will work more magic. Or I may take out 1 of each critical and put in 2 draws. I will still think about it, but we'll see what kind of happens down the line. But for right now, this deck has been really good to me with the numbers it has right now. So, I can't be mad about it at all. Now, for grade 1s, I am playing 12 grade 1s in this deck. Of course, there's some cards in here that is very essential. And you don't need many grade 1 or grade 2s, personally. So I'm playing 4 copies of Enucleate Angel. This is the new one. And her skill is, when your Vanguard is placed by writing from a grade 3, Soul Blast 1 and retire this unit. Countercharge 1, choose one of your Vanguards and gets 5k power, and to the end of the turn. So, it helps with their free countercharging, which is awesome to have. But a soul is definitely required for this deck, especially for the next card we're showing right now. 4 Painkiller Angels. Now this card was still hype in price, but I believe it's because of Youthberk as well. But luckily I kept some spare copies myself for small purposes here. But yeah, we all know what Painkiller Angel does, so I'm not going to tell too much of her effect too much. And of course, we're using 4 copies of Palladium, Zeal, Dragon for our newest generations of card fighters. And honestly, I like the artwork. It's very beautiful and majestic. But I'm not going to deny that Eromane or Aegis Mirror Dragon was actually better looking. Now, for grade 2, we're playing 4 copies of Knight of Fractures Schneizal. Or Schneizal. Whatever his name is. Schneizal, I think, yeah. What this card does is when this I can't even speak today. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, Counter Blast 1, look at top 5 cards in your deck, choose the one grade 3 with Youthberk in its card name from among them, reveal it, and put it into your hand. Shuffle your deck, and this unit gets 5,000 power at the end of the turn. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if your Vanguard was placed this turn by writing from a grade 3, choose up to one of your Vanguards and gets 5,000 power at the end of the turn. Again, all these cards do one thing. Help Skyfall become a badass he is now, pretty much. Okay. Sorry, I had to look at my phone on something. Finally, for our grade 2s, we're playing 4 copies of Knight of Tempestuousness. I would say Temptress or something like that. Knight of... You know what? That's a long name. Let's just go like this. Knight of Tempest Vrieda. So she's a guard, pretty much, because her effect is only reliant on the Guardian. If you have a Vanguard with Youth in its card name, this unit gets 5,000 power to end the turn. So it's a free 10k shield. That's all it is. I like the outfit, though. It's very sexy on her. I cannot wait to get the frame rare versions of her to evolve her, pretty much. Now, last but not least, the grade 3s. Now, in the anime, Raika does play 1 order card in his deck. But we're not, in this deck, we're not playing no order cards. Not today. So, let's show, okay? So, we're playing, of course, 3 copies of Skyfall Arms for a Persona Blast ability and the effects, of course. And next, we're playing 4 copies of Youthberk Reform Gust. Now, I've seen people play 4 ups of this card. Maybe because of his own skill. I'll tell you why. When this unit is placed on Vanguard by RevolDress ability, RevolDress, if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, discard a card from your hand, and this unit can get 10,000 power plus 1 drive until the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, choose a card with RevolDress ability from your soul and write it as rest. So that's why these 2 can counteract. He can reduce -2. You still get a drive check 1. Not a problem. But make sure you have everything set before anything else goes wrong. Next, we have 3 copies of Youthberk RevolForm Zest. People say you can play 4 of this card if you really wanted to, but I like his skill at 3. When this unit is placed by Vanguard by RevolDress ability, until the end of the turn, this unit gets 15,000 power, and if you Persona Ride this turn, it gets critical plus 1. Schneizal. Okay. So you may not get a drive check, or you might get one, I don't know. But it looks like Skyfall Arms will reduce all the drive checks, so you might not get no triggers, but this is like your final rush kind of card, I think. At the end of the battle, of course, choose a card with a RevolDress ability from your soul and write it as rest. That's pretty much all it goes with, pretty much. So yeah, we got dark, we got wind, and we got fire, pretty much. Or tempest, but I don't know what it is. I mean, it is what it is, you guys. So anyways, you guys, that concludes the deck profile weekly videos. And of course, it's a blessing to see the new ride lines coming into play. I cannot wait to see how this deck will work with when I go play it sometime. I look forward to it. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching Deck Profile Weekly. And be sure to subscribe to the videos, subscribe to the channel, likes, comments, thumbs up for the videos. If you guys have your own personal opinions about this deck, be sure to let me know. I know that some people have different mixed opinions about this, so I guess it is what it is. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna be getting ready to go soon. I'm gonna meet with the girls, and I will catch you guys next week. In December, actually. Starting December is the Thursday, so starting next month within another week or so, I will do another deck profile weekly with the updated decks, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll try to get everything paid off pretty much to get ready for the next collection. We'll see what happens. But anyways, as always, you guys, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.